lot of fun watching these teams move the ball.
One of the things that strikes you about both of these teams is that they really enjoy playing with one another. Both play an unselfish brand of basketball. The ball is moving, everybody's touching it, and usually that's when the confidence is sky high.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Little in at the 3 spot.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
And that one misses.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. It certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Little can't hit.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, maybe a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Little. Stolen by McDaniels. Conley scanning the floor. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The offensive rebound. From the arc. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. Towns finds McDaniel. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Well, this is where Cat can manufacture additional points for his team. Defense focused and locked in on him. Find a teammate.
Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Shot to stop the run and finish off by Nurkic.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Edwards drives in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings. This is what you get when you combine size and touch. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, that's good.
Nobody near Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Gobert out to Conley. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
Lillard surveying the D. There's 1:26 left in the first. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Edwards against Simon. Edwards passes to Gobert. The kick out to Towns. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Lillard. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. .59 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard against Conley. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Mike Conley, slight of frame, but the intention is there and finishes with contact.
Lillard the pass to Simon. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Edwards. Second shot opportunity. Here's McDaniels. And off the glass. That one's good. McDaniels got 5 points so far.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And rebounded by McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Conley. Feeds it to Gobert. 4 seconds left. Just 3 on the clock.
Nurkic with great size at just about 7 feet.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 5.
Your Timberwolves defense.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Portland. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Little in at the 3, the small forward.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simon's the big name from that group.
Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And you got to be on Lillard at all times, capable of capitalizing from that mid-range area.
Here's Towns. McDaniels in the post. Good it is. This goes to Towns. McDaniels got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. And Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they have shown that they can be valuable players. And Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Lillard against Conley. Now here's Simon. Lillard outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Towns a screen on Grant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
And doors for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values. What makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization.
Pass to Towns. He feeds it to McDaniels. It's stolen by Little. Simons kicks to Grant. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Would love to see Lillard this fired up on offense. Gives his entire squad a big boost of energy.
Conley against Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. From deep three-point range, and that's good. Damian Lillard for three.
3 points.
Now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead. Edwards with the screen for Conley. Edwards dishes to McDaniels, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Trailblazers ball.
Portland has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Lillard, the pass to Simons. To the wing on the left. Little kicks to Simons. Little with the ball. Towns on him. Now Lillard, 19 points in the game.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Edwards looking it over. And the pass to Conley. Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Outside, Towns. Out to the right wing. Towns, the screen. A nice shot by McDaniel. And it's 9 points for Jaden McDaniel.
Boy, when Towns is moving the basketball, guys, the floor opens up for him. The defense has now got to respect passing and scoring.
Conley against Lillard. Pass to Simons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, good job to take it right at.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. And the second free throw, good. Prince, that's for 2. What a play! Simply drains it in at the... So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Prince out there with Anderson. Then there's Reed. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Reddish the pass to Thibault. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Thibault. Portland moving the ball around. Reddish finds Thibault. No good on the 3. Minnesota in the lead.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Thibault on the wing. Fires for 3. The rebound by Prince. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Alexander Walker, and he lays it straight in.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Johnson outside to the right side. Over in the corner, Reddish. And it's Thibault in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. They set the pick. Alexander Walker passes to Prince. Traps in the tray. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Portland. And the wide open shot from Reddish. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And now just a 4-point Minnesota lead. Here's Noel. Covered by Johnson. It's stolen by Reddish. Feibel, the pass to Sharp. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Portland shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
Kicks it out to Johnson for the lead. Doesn't go for him.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Here's Noel. Covered by Johnson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Over in the corner, Reddish. Back to Johnson. Out left to the wing. A 3-ball. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. And Greg, we know at Washington, Thybulle was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for second best in the league. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Noel. Here's Reed, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kicks it out to Prince. Sent back, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Pass to Simons. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Nurkic trying to get open. Grant, that's good.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Anderson outside. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Reed. Great D that time from Nurkic. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland up in front, up 1. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They lead by 1. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Little in its small forward. Towns a screen on Simons. Outside, Towns. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. The feed now to Gobert. He takes it to McDaniels. Conley against Lillard. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
Simons against Edwards. Back to Towns. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
Really nice decision making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick and roll action.
Lillard against Conley. In the corner, it's Little. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Corner shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Edwards can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons finds Lillard. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Now Edwards. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
It's not just the scoring productivity that makes Karl Anthony Towns great. It's his willingness to mix it up and rebound the basketball.
And Lillard kicks to Grant. Edwards against Lillard. Simons on the wing. It's rebounded by Towns.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Towns, a screen on Lillard. Conley to take the lead. And Towns with the lay-in good. And now that's 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. There's the 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Nailed from three-point land.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Grant outside. From deep. And another 3 for Portland.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
4th personal foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
So he gets them both.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Lillard outside. It drops.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Towns sets the pick for Conley. The kick out to Towns. The pass to come. Beyond the arc. Wow. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in close the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
How hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Olin. David.
Guys, over the break, Johnson Phillips had some advice for his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thanks, David.
Big time basket there on the inside. He had to get that. And he is built to be the man for this team. Everyone's answering the bell and executing.
Here's Lillard. And there's the feed to Little. Oh, missed it. And the Timberwolves call timeout.
Time to get underway. It's the First Avenue Breaker.
Here's Edwards. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Lillard with it. Underneath in the post. Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Towns finds McDaniel. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses in close.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's Simon. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. Over Little. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got the first basket here in overtime for Minnesota.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Lillard misses.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Edwards. Going inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Pass to Little. Simons with the ball. Working on McDaniels. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Conley kicks to Towns. Towns, the screen. Here's McDaniels, and the dunk by Towns.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns, the look of a superstar.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 6. 1:04 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
It's time for defense.
Lillard against Conley. The three. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Towns wide open. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Lillard from outside. Minnesota with the rebound. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Edwards leading the charge.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's Simons. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Conley, the pass to Towns. Six to shoot. Back to Conley. Over Lillard. Here's Gobert. No good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. We've got Lugens Dort, Josh Giddey out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Holmgren, and it's Williams in at power forward. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
So it's the Thunder now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Edwards with it. Towns a screen on Williams. It's Edwards with a drive. Williams grabs the board.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Giddey banked it in off the glass.
Getting assertive and getting inside.
And here's Minnesota now. Outside Conley. High post Towns. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Edwards. Here's Towns to the wing, right side. Gobert finds Conley. Back to Gobert. Pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Kept alive by Minnesota. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. And a nice finish on the layup.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Pass to Towns. Edwards a screen on Williams. Towns passes to Edwards. Driving in, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Lou Dort picks one up.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And so he hits both. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Oklahoma City trailing. Williams on the wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns passes to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Pass to Giddey. Conley comes with a double team. Williams from long range drops in the 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Towns a screen on Dort. Now here's Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. Giddey defends. Giddey against McDaniels. Giddey with a defensive effort. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Towns. Another shot. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Here's Holmgren. It's Giddey on the wing to the paint. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Giddey.
And Giddey with a little giddy up on that pass.
Edwards against Dort. Gobert with a screen on Williams. Towns passes to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander creative and tricky on that play.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder out in front. They're up by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Holmgren. Then there's Lou Dort. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. Well, last season for the Thunder, Brent, their top 8 guys by playing time, all 23 and under.
You get experience for those guys, and there's really nothing that replicates game time, game action, game decisions. These guys all exposed to it last year, BA. Let's see what kind of strides they make in this season.
Right side, McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Nice move. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, for him?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8. Williams on the wing. And Williams punches it home.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing. Man. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Gobert with a screen on Dort. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Edwards. Down low. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
And there's the screen. Dort outside. And Brent, we hear talk about teams finding their identity. For those that don't know, can you break down what that really means?
But one of the key things, BA, is you come out of a training camp in any given year, you're trying to find the right rotation of players and combinations of players that's going to establish what it is that you're capable of doing. And 30 games into the season, that identity can start to show itself. Great coaches in the league will adapt to the things that they're seeing from their rosters to give them the best chance to win.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the deadliest drivers in the league. Coach Nick Nurse of the Raptors said, quote, his first step is unbelievable. It's hard for anybody to keep him in front of him, and once he blows by you, he can slow down, he can sidestep. He's got a lot of things going. Brian?
Well, it's fun to watch, Allie. Thanks for that.
And despite being the youngest team in the league, the Thunder have been solid defensively the last couple years. A great sign going forward for this franchise.
Timeout called. The Thunder.
All right, fans, let me hear you get up from your Timberwolves dancers.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. From deep. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And looking at this Oklahoma City roster, what makes them so good on D?
They have loads of length. The Thunder have made a point to draft players with huge wingspans, making things difficult for opponents scoring-wise. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Edwards. Giddey finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Sure, from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 now in this quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The first free throw is good. Grant, it's amazing how Holmgren transforms your defense when he's on the floor.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, he really makes up for a lack of strength with length and tremendous timing. He has the lateral footwork to defend 1 through 5 as well. And of course, he can block shots from any spot on the floor. Making sure of it with the two-man slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside for Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Giddey with it. Here's Holmgren. From deep. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. And he makes a first.
Part of his game that he's still working on, Giddey growing at the line.
Both free throws good from Giddey. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Reed in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pass to Šarić. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Minnesota in the lead.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting around 50% in the game so far. For the lead. Kept alive. The Timberwolves shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Here's Alexander Walker, pounded by Wiggins. Outside, Anderson. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to Reed. No good on the shot. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Here's Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Anderson. No good there. Šarić with some nice D. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Williams with the screen. Anderson against Šarić. And Šarić throws it down.
The defense not putting up much of a fight as Šarić gets to the rim.
Here's Alexander Walker, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Williams with the screen. Here's Joe. Robinson Earl. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
To the right side. Here's Prince. Back to Noel. Pass to Anderson. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Hounded by Wiggins. Back to Anderson. Here's Reed. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Alexander Walker. He shoots. Pass to Noel. Second chance shot. Count it. Now a timeout call by Oklahoma City.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
Watching SGA run this offense, he's so patient, and he reads the defense exceptionally well.
Edwards finds Conley. McDaniels with it. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Edwards with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending from deep. Conley. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You want to talk about length? Gobert's arms go on forever. A major threat for putback slams.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Right side, Edwards. Towns, a screen on Dort. Pass to Towns. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
They set the pick. This one for three. The shot off that time. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead, appearing in control, but could still use. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Jadnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them he likes what he's seeing inside, saying, quote, stay on the attack. Getting to the rim is working for us right now. Attack until they stop us. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Dario Saric is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Conley.
Thunder foul. Chet Holmgren, second personal foul. First team foul.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. Over Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai at 6'5" is such a tough defensive assignment. Has great handle. He can do some damage from anywhere on the floor.
Conley finds Towns. Back to Conley. Outside McDaniels. Towns, a screen on Giddey. McDaniels passes to Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and roll. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Left side Giddey. Dort outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards has got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes it inside. Offensive board. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Saric. And here's Giddey. Saric, a screen on Edwards. Back to Saric. Outside Giddey. Saric with it. And Saric throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Here's Towns. Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota Timberwolves Gangsters.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Shot clock at 6. Conley finds McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Back to Giddey. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Edwards. No, stopping him there. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was
the previous play
in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
2 minutes.
Outside Conley. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
A former #1 pick, Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Giddey passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Giddey. Wide open. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
No nerves from Josh Giddey that time.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the ball. Saric covered. The shot no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. On the take. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander gonna celebrate that one.
Left side, Edwards. To the inside. Brown. Giddey against McDaniels. Giddey passes to Saric. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Saric, a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. And he sinks it.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right wing. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, offline! And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they have here at home today.
energy. These guys are ready to go. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Josh Giddey. Williams is out there with Lou George. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Holmgren in at the center. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. Well, Greg, neither of these clubs playing very well right now. Two teams that desperately need a win.
Tonight is huge for these two, and a winnable game on the schedule for either side. So whoever wins tonight will feel a lot better about themselves.
Despite his slim frame, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. Stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
He doesn't get the second one. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Lillard from outside, and Holmgren pulls it down. Here's Oklahoma City. 4-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
They're going out now. Look out for grab one. We need to make some noise for your Blazers.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's the pass to Little. Pass to Simons. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Grant. 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard. Dort grabs the miss.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other. Then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. Now here's Giddey. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Dort kicks to Giddey. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
You look back at how the Blazers have drafted. They get a lot of value no matter where they pick. Great job of identifying and growing talent.
And the dunk by Grant.
A display of pure athleticism by Jeremy Grant, rising up for the huge dunk.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Two big marks there, you're right. And the last two lottery picks for Portland before the latest draft, Lillard and McCollum.
And Kevin, McCollum has since moved on, but they have knocked it out of the park in the last decade. Great job of maximizing draft assets.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Lillard. And Holmgren pulls it down. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. And it's Giddey in the corner. The kick out to Williams. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Trailblazers trail by 9. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Great open look there.
Nurkic, the big fella, showing his quick shooting ability.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard scanning the floor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Little passes to Lillard. Down low. Nurkic can't hit.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
To the paint. Stolen by Grant. Three-pointer, Lillard. He can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Giddey kicks to Dort. All sorts of time. Again, the Thunder score.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Little in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. This team has credited Giddey's background for shaping him as a player.
You know, he grew up in a house dominated by basketball. Both his parents played professionally in Australia, and that goes a long way toward developing your basketball IQ.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Pocket 6. Takes it inside.
Impressive night for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, scoring and doing it in a variety of ways.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now, here's Holmgren. Giddey with it. Lillard picks him up. Yep, that one goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Simons. The Thunder making the shot. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Simons has got 5 now.
The high basketball IQ of Damian Lillard showing up, moving the ball to the open man.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. And Lillard gets it to go.
A volume three-point shooter. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Giddey.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Lillard finds Simons. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. We know you need talent to win, Steve, so how critical is basketball IQ to winning at the highest level? How important is it in that equation?
Kevin, it's everything. A playoff series can turn on a single play. And the guys, you can tell the difference who has a high basketball IQ and an average IQ. It does make a difference.
We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. Dort kicks to Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Knocks down the three ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in the quarter. Simons against Dort. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Pretty slick move by Anthony Simons with the rock. The defender couldn't keep track of it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, nice job down low. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past, a few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the miss from Damian Lillard, Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the three. The rebound by Grant. And here's Grant. They'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 9 points. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's Nurkic.
Once Nurkic gets established, the D must foul him. Great work earning the whistle there.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. That takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
This is where you'll often find Gilgeous-Alexander. He definitely does work in the paint.
Inside. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy bucket.
And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Wiggins, and it's Saric in at the fire down low.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Pass to man. Saric outside. Here's Joe. Defended by Thibault. The rebound by Sharp.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so...
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. As it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Your Blazers breaker dance crew is here to
And so he's able to get one of two.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran, someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guy.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Watford, and he banks in the layup. Watford's got his second basket of the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Joe, defended by Thibault. Here's Sharch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
Passes to Eubanks. Now Thibault uncovered. Wiggins with the rebound.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
The pass to Robinson Earl. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Joe. Here's Sharch. Reddish grabs the rebound. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. And he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passes. David, thank you. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Thibault, the pass to Eubanks. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Giddey with the screen on Lillard. To the left wing. Holmgren wide open. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense, and he helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Nurkic a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Simons has it in the corner. And another 3 for Portland.
Showing the quickness. Nice catch and shoot by Anthony.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Giddey. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. And another 3 for Portland.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Now is the time, Blazers Nation. Get loud for your Blazers breaker dance crew. They're out there.
The Trailblazers on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic.
One of those guys who stuffs the stat sheet. Nurkic is a double-double machine. He also picks up a few steals and assists.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
One of the strongest players in the league. Nurkic is a force in the painted area on both ends of the floor.
Thunder trailing by 6. Pass to Giddey. Shoots over Simon. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 10.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Lillard kicks to Simons. Little passes to Simons. Nurkic in the post. No good with the layup. Up in time. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 4. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Little in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now a timeout called by Portland. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Here's Holmgren. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And after several playoff runs, the Portland Trailblazers, Smitty, decided to shake things up.
The decision to deal key role players shows they wanted a change in direction. They felt like their team needed some changes. But it looks like they still are aiming to remain competitive.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under
It can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if the coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, to double checking, and the game continues on.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Nurkic up top. To the inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers where they can do something with it.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 19 points.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
And you can see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander thinking out there in a good way. He really studies every situation.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Grant sets a screen for Lillard. Simon's on the wing. Nurkic in the post. Pass to Little. Launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Little's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nazir Little rising to the occasion. We see you.
2 minutes.
Swiped away. Lillard with it. In the corner, it's Little. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 8. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Clap it up, fans. Make some noise along with your Blazers breaker dance crew.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Buries it from three-point range. He has 29.
When they need a score, Shai is willing to put the offense on his shoulders.
Lillard outside. In the corner, it's Little. And again, it's the Trailblazers from...
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Lillard from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Portland.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Grant. Here's Nurkic. Thunder with the rebound.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Beautiful setup by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He impacts all aspects of the game and brings leadership.
Three-pointer, Lillard sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
When you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
Crafty move by Shai. He's getting better and better at changing pace.
So, the Trailblazers, all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
everybody, time to get into it. NBA action, and as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooter's league is what you see most of now.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here are the Blazers with the ball. Here's Lillard. Simons outside. It's Little on the wing. Offline with a 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Edwards driving to the basket. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Anthony Simons.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
Anthony Edwards.
No good on that one.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
And he's good on the second. And how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate, and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Rip City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town.
Out to Lillard. Pass to Simons. Second shot opportunity. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Edwards. Grant with a steal. Simons passes to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. Now Towns. McDaniels, a screen on Lillard. Towns sinks that one from the post.
Well, that time Towns showing you that he has the physicality to beat the contact. Defense has to do a lot more than that to stop him.
Here's Lillard. Let's go with a 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Towns. That shot off the mark. Hey, great D that time from Grant. It's Little on the wing. Grant against Gobert. Grant, the pass to Simons. Here's Little. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. Simons left side over Edwards. And there's Simons. That one's good on the assist from Nurkic.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him. And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Rebounded by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Free throw good. Lillard. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Clap it up, fans. Make some noise along with your Blazers breaker dance crew. Make some noise, fans. Your Blazers breaker dance crew.
The Timberwolves trail. Left side Conley. Pass to Edwards. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's powered home by Towns.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
The three, here's Lillard, sinks the tray. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Towns. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Little. Simons outside. There's the triple. And again, it's Portland with a three.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Towns against Grant. Towns down low. And it's Portland with a rebound. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Portland with another.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Simons outside. McDaniels with some nice D. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Another miss by Minnesota. There's Simons with a three. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Give him 8.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds.
Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers youth dance team.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court for Minnesota, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at the 1.
You know, this is why you run the offense through Damian Lillard. I mean, sure, he's going to get his, but he's also going to make sure others get theirs, too.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Lillard against Conley. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And that one's good from Conley. Last season, we saw a lot of teams bring a renewed focus to their defensive efforts. Clark, you think it paid off?
I think it did. I mean, scoring was down across the league, B.A. So that clearly indicates defense took a step forward. And, you know, great defense for championship teams has always been central and key. So I don't think it's an exception. I think that's the rule now. Defense wins.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Lillard passes to Grant. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And now the T-Wolves on the break. McDaniels finds Towns.
Ball entered from below the basket. Blazers ball.
For Portland, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Simons. Into the lane. Oh! Power it home! Oh, wow! And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And Yusuf Nurkic, a solid role player, fits well into any team environment. A great passer and doesn't need touches to contribute.
Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Watch out below. Grant just showing no regard for the bucket there. Looking like he was trying to tear that thing off.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Conley's got 6. And we saw last year, Nurkic can also act as a mentor with young players, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's a great veteran presence from Nurkic. Not a star player by any means, but a player everyone would want on their team.
Here's Lillard. Here's Little. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Conley. It's stolen by Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Little. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your Trailblazers.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
For 3, here's Lillard. Minnesota with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Edwards with it, now guarded by Simons. The shot that time not on target. Hey, great D that time from Grant. It's Little on the wing. And here's Simons outside. Knocks down the long J. He's got 13.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Little, launches a 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's Edwards, and he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Grant, the pass to Lillard. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Little. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Towns on a screen. The shake. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Now Lillard. Simons outside. Fires from deep. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for the Trailblazers. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We'll be right back. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Sharp. He's out there with Matisse Thybulle. Drew Eubanks out there with Cam Reddish. And it's Watford in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Thybulle on the wing, lets the 3 fly. Trailblazers keep it alive. And for Minnesota, they're shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Pass to Noel. Back to Prince. Here's Noel, kicks it out to Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. Off the mark there with a 3. Portland's shooting great, 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. Here's Watford. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid. And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
the inside. Pass to Thibault. Here's Watford. Outside Reddish. In transition. Here's Anderson. Yeah, that one's good. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Here's Sharp. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Alexander Walker. First personal foul.
While he was born in Arizona, when it's time for national team play, Matisse Thybulle suits up for Australia down under, the team he medaled with in 2020.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Towns. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Pass to Reddish. There's the drive, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
You need to bring a lot of help to stop him.
Man, with his elevation, he might just rise above it anyway.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
Hey, it's fun to see NBA players like Thybulle go their own way for national competition.
Yeah, it is, B.A. I mean, that's part of the interesting fabric of the global nature of the game, particularly as it relates to the NBA. International tournaments are kind of like an alternate world, if you will. Guys who are NBA rivals end up being teammates, or then teammates wind up on the other bench. It's actually pretty cool to see.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Boy, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again.
Here's Sharp, and there's the drive.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Watford gets the bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Conley. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Towns can't get it to go.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Here's Sharp. Outside Reddish. Over McDaniels. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Here's Sharp. Oh, there's the alley. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Gobert. And it's Portland with a rebound. Eubanks, he's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Sharp. McDaniels covering. Out to the right wing. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. It's tipped. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, already up 26 points as this quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. Here's Lillard. Outside for Grant. All sorts of time. Yes. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game. Up top, Edwards. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Nurkic, a screen on Conley. Lillard passes to Nurkic. Outside for Grant. Nails it from 3. Grant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Sort of defining the term floor general. Conley has total command of this offense.
Conley against Lillard. From deep three-point range, Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Conley finds Edwards. And no good. Hey, great D that time from Grant. And here's Lillard. 4-3. Buries it from 3.
Oh, the moment Lillard crosses half court, you better pick him up. A scorer with unlimited range.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Just keeping the game simple. Lillard's patience and acute understanding of pick and rolls comes in handy.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Wasting no time matching the slam with one of their own.
Showing some serious fight right there.
Well, I think that tells you a little something about them as a team, guys. I mean, they don't just want to beat you. They want to beat you down and beat you at your own game.
The shot by Lillard, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Lillard passes to Simons. To the left wing. Lillard outside. Simons outside. 6 to shoot. It's Little on the wing. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, they'll typically knock it down.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Gobert. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Trailblazers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And what a huge performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
They get it again. Nurkic. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Lillard against Conley. Simons outside. Back to Lillard. On the wing, Simons. Takes the 3. Outside for Grant. Edwards pulls it in. Another shot. Pass to Towns. McDaniels, a screen on Grant. Towns uses the glass to finish the layup.
Towns is especially dangerous when he's cutting to the rim like this. Really good mobility for a big guy.
So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big...
Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that about wraps...
focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a three. Gobert pulls it in. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Well, the passing ability on display for SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting it done.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Boy, if this becomes a consistent part of Josh Giddey's game, look out, because that three-point shot's going to make him so dangerous.
Edwards kicks to Towns. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Lou George. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Conley, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
To the middle, Gilgeous-Alexander finds Giddey.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's rise to NBA stardom was meteoric.
Well, for me, GA, the more responsibility this guy seems to be given, the better he gets. He's improved every year, and at this point in Shai's career, it looks like his ceiling could be very, very high.
Now, here's McDaniel. Good.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. After the basket by Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
This guy's got tremendous length for his position. So at 6'6", Gilgeous-Alexander confident attacking in the paint.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. Here's Towns, and he drives in, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And he sinks the second. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on in the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And here's Edwards after the three-pointer from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Now McDaniels, Towns the screen, and there's the drive. Gobert in the corner, just 5 on the clock. Here's Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Saric outside, passes it to Dort. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Michael Conley picks one up.
Well, what a pump fake by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the defender committed, and he'll go to the foul line. I think when you begin talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, the first name you have to bring up, obviously, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a guy who can lead an organization both with his skill set and his leadership abilities.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
What a promising future for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's long, he's athletic, he can play the 1 and the 2, and perhaps the most important thing is everyone raves about his character and his coachability.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Edwards dishes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close.
The previous play is under review.
They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, look at the replay, that he got it off. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
For your Thunder girls. Come on, everyone.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. Saric with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Saric passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6. And sometimes in the closing moments, NBA games can slow to a crawl. Of course, you and I know that firsthand. Intentional fouls, replay reviews. What should the league revise in terms of that?
The most important thing they did is take some of the replay reviews and allow some caucus to deal with it. That speeds up action. The fact of the matter is fouls and free throws at the end of the game are part of strategy. And yes, we need to be quick with replay reviews, but we have to understand this is strategic and important stuff that happens.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort kicks to Holmgren. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From the arc. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander attacking and in rhythm on the offensive end.
Giddy against Edwards. Driving in, and Edwards with the stop.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Dort left side. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Saric just screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Saric. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Edwards against Giddey. Edwards passes to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Here's Holmgren. Shoots over Towns. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers Doris won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Giddey. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Here's Giddey. He has 5. 1:46 left in the first half. Holmgren wide open. The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Saric. Shot by McDaniels. No good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Giddey kicks to Dort. Saric passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Giddey against Edwards. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Dort with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Giddey kicks to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Stolen by Conley. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Edwards.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
And Edwards drops them both. Thunder trailing by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Giddey. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Towns wide open. And that shot was up in time, but does thank you, David. We'll be back after.
Your Thunder, 31. The Timberwolves, 34.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Robinson Earl in at the 3. And that's who Mark Dagnall starts the second half.
Now, this is about knowing where to be in these situations. And Gilgeous-Alexander doing a beautiful job getting to the right spot.
During the last decade, from 2010 on, Doris, the Thunder had the second most wins in the NBA.
It's mind-boggling to consider that. That was clearly during the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden era. The Spurs had the most in that time frame. What that can tell you, though, is small market teams can win in the NBA. Well, pick-and-roll play from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really starting to come along.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Joe's checked in. Noel passes to Reed. Here's Noel. Here's Alexander Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Anderson, and the layup falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Williams. The shot will not fall. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Noel. Here's Reed, and he jams it with authority.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Kicks it to Wiggins. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Williams. Pass to Joe. On deep. Doesn't go that time. Timberwolves leading by 5. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Williams passes to Joe. Wiggins surveying the floor. There's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Anderson passes to Reed. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Thunder have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long. And by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Anderson. Prince wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
It's a real skill to be able to move without the basketball. Taurean Prince just looking for windows to score, and he does.
Passes it to Joe. Over in the corner, Williams. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Reed with the block. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
We've got futures coming your way, fans. Who needs one? Make some noise.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Taurean Prince. Edwards has come in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Noel.
Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Good on both. Thunder trailing by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 23 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
The pressure that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can put on a defense with his ability to drive, that quickness, just a problem for defenders.
Minnesota leading by 4. It's Edwards on the wing. 14 points for him. He kicks it to Towns. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And so they foul intentionally. He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Teardrop shot, Towns, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, Mike Conley specializes in reading the floor. This guy is an expert in pick and roll.
Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now
Previous play is
to tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Timberwolves lead by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Reed. Edwards is out there with Conley. Then there's Towns, and it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. They lead by 4. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Conley. Dishes it to Towns. Hefty move. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Saric just screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Saric, and the shot goes in. Saric has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, because of his size and skill combination, Dario Saric in pick and roll is so dangerous.
Edwards finds Gobert. Second chance shot. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits it to tie the game up. 31 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Reid. To end the drought, he lays it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box out.
Saric outside. And the three ball is good. Saric has got 5 points now this quarter.
Saric with the big-time delivery in the big moment. Wow.
At the top of the key, Reid. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Second team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so...
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if the coach still feels it's not the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now. You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
He had a nice open look right there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points in just the second half. Edwards passes to Reid. And there's the foul. It's on time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 12-4 run. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And he makes good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Just 5 on the clock. Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Alexander against Conley. Alexander comes with the double team.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Outside, Dort. Back to Alexander. Tried to shoot. Inside, Sharage. Yes!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Conley kicks to Reed. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
It's the first, and will put them up by 2.
And we've seen the SGA blossom into a #1 option. Another chance here to prove himself. Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Misses the 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous.
side could really use this win to turn things around.
Right now, it's all about desperation for these teams, BA. It's easy to get down on yourself and your team when you've been struggling like these two clubs have. But sometimes all it takes is one good game to rejuvenate a team.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. So here's Portland's starting group. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2, and it's Little in at the small forward position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Giddey. And he makes it on the layup.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
Simons a screen on Dort. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, just another one in that long line of Kentucky Wildcats coming into the NBA that has carved out a pretty nice career so far in the league. Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Now here's Lillard. First quarter, just over a minute played. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. It has been fantastic watching Gilgeous-Alexander continue to improve.
And I love BA also, along with his improvement, what we've seen in terms of his leadership and responsibility to this team. He shows a very strong work ethic, and this is why a lot of people are still excited about his growth and progress.
Lillard passes to Nurkic, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Nurkic.
And Nurkic, one of the tough guys that you rely on out there. You know, scary injury for him back in 2019, but able to overcome that roadblock and get himself back and healthy.
Now here's Giddey. Here's Holmgren, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And you get used to seeing that from Josh Giddey. The way he sees the court is just remarkable.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That shot is off. So Oklahoma City will take it the other way. Well, Brent, while it was scary, Nurkic came back from injury just as good as ever.
Yeah, with a major injury like that, you figure it's going to alter your game, but really Nurkic has been able to get back in and kind of double down on what he does well. That's playing physical and being a post presence.
Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Giddey's got space. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
To the paint. Out to Lillard. It's Little on the wing. Clock at 6. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Williams against Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. Down low. With the clock winding down. And Nurkic throws it down.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's cleared by Damian Lillard. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. On the wing, Simons. A minute 58 left in the first. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Outside Giddey. No good. And it's Portland the other way.
Well, it's really hard going through a rebuilding phase, but the Thunder have been at it for a while, and they're trying to find the right collection of talent to finally plant the flag in the ground and move forward.
Here's Simons, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, the handles right there from Simon. Great job of just creating enough space for him to do the damage.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Nurkic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. This OKC roster does have some excellent building blocks to work with.
There's no doubt, BA, and I think what they're relying on is that they've got hard-working players that want to improve, and that kind of feeds the environment around here. That's going to elevate everyone's play.
He was all alone on that one. Simons got 5 points.
And Anthony believing in himself that time, just zero hesitation on that shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, three-pointer. Rebounded by Nurkic. Lillard outside. 41 seconds left in the first quarter here. Williams against Grant. Over Williams. Grant's shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not going to go that time. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Lillard passes to Simons. It's Little on the wing. Pulls up at the elbow. He gets it up. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And
the previous play is under
need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And, you know, from what we are seeing here on the monitor, it looks like he was late getting it off.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Also, Josh Giddey out there. Holmgren is out there with Lou Dort. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Counted from distance. Holmgren's got 5 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Oklahoma City trailing in his rookie season. Grant Giddey opened up a lot of eyes, certainly with his playmaking, but also with his rebounding.
Oh, B.A., he averaged almost 8 boards a game, playing around 30 minutes a night. His toughness and willingness to mix it up inside have been a welcome addition to this team.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Pass to Holmgren, beyond the arc. Nurkic with some nice D for Portland. They've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Simons passes to Grant. Here's Little. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Inside. Here's Nurkic. The Thunder pull it in. Close them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Dort finds Giddey. Lays it up and banks it in.
Getting assertive and getting inside.
Portland leading. Simons, a screen on Dort. Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Simons. And that one is stopped right through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Portland has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Lillard passes to Nurkic. Here's Little. To the middle. Here's Simons. Good work defensively by Dort. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. And slam dunked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
No layups right there for SGA, up to the rim.
Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And again, it's Portland with a 3. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Well, Brent, Portland has made a name for itself as a perennial contender.
Well, the recent success started with Dame, and with the exception of his rookie year, they've made the playoffs every year since, except last year when he was hurt. So Lillard has single-handedly changed Blazers basketball. And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number, the way he's got it going here.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Dort against Lillard. Hey, yo, right here. To the paint. Tipped away. Timeout called. Portland.
Well, we've seen Anthony Simons gradually progress over time, and given opportunity with Lillard being hurt last year, this guy is showing that he's an offensive guy and ready to explode.
Pass to Little. Just 5 on the clock. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. And now an 11-point Portland lead.
That's such an evolving part of what Nasir can bring, that three-point ball.
And Brent Simons is one of those guards you love having in your rotation.
Yep, a volume three-point shooter. And the one thing about NBA that's standing out, the ability off the bounce to get to that shot. He's very good at it at a young age.
Nurkic, a screen on Dort. Pass to Grant. The 3 ball. The Thunder pull it in. 34 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the wing. And slam dunked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea at 6'5" is such a tough defensive assignment. Has great handle. He can do some damage from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Little. Here's Nurkic. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now.
29. And get ready for the Milwaukee.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Trailblazers 5 right now. We've got Matisse Thybulle, also sharp out there. Cam Reddish is out there with Drew Eubanks. And it's Watford in at the 4. And the Thunder shooting a solid 47%. Pass to Mann. Outside, Williams. Here's Mann. The kick out to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. They give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Sharp. Up top, Thybulle. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
There's a screen by Robinson Earl. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Williams in the post, covered by Thibault. Wiggins. Thibault with the board. Portland has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Pass to Eubanks. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
All the rumors swirling about the Blazers and whether they trade Damian Lillard or not, but they decided to keep him in Portland, build around him, and try to make the most of this shining star's window.
Back to Robinson Earl. Here's Joe. Here's the pick. Robinson Earl with the bucket. Robinson Earl's got his first bucket in this one.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
To the right side. Pass to Sharp. Now here's Thibault. Here's Eubanks. Off target with the 3. Right, and when the Blazers shook things up, many thought they'd do a full rebuild, Brent.
Yeah, but B.A., how do you get full value for a guy like Damian Lillard? I just don't think the return coming back would equate to that. So they've reworked the roster. And we'll see if these guys can get back to postseason play and then rely on Dame time.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Trailblazers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Sharp. Pass to Watford. Outside Thibault. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up top. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Joe. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Stolen by Wiggins. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Pass to Robinson Earl. Back to man. Again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
A minute 22 left in the third. Offensive rebound. Back to Thibault. Goes back up. Here's Watford. And that one's long.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Here's Joe. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused. But weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Portland again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
How about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
Grant with a screen on Dort. Pass to Simons. Dort with a steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For the lead. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
And this is the area where Dort has really shown some massive improvement. Great touch from that range.
Lillard outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Lillard's got 12.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Such a long and versatile guard that possesses A very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous-Alexander, lots of room to grow.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Thunder. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Lugan Stewart, Josh Giddey out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Holmgren, and it's Williams in at the four-man position. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Lillard double team. Simons outside. And an intentional foul right there.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul. First team foul.
To the inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Here's Little. Back to Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Well, we're starting to see the pieces fall into place in OKC. Their number 2 overall pick, Chet Holmgren, showing tremendous promise. And the chemistry he's developing with Josh Giddey and SGA makes them very, very intriguing.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Simon's shot is good.
Simon's seeing green there, just letting that one rip.
Thunder with a lead. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Lillard with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Simons outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
That's exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simons looking really comfortable in the set there.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Fires the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Lillard against Dort. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Keeping that ball absolutely on the string. Gilgeous-Alexander capable of getting creative.
Pass to Little. Fires for 3. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got his 9th assist of the game now. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Damian Lillard picks one up.
And when you're a player like SGA, handling the ball late in crucial moments, you better get used to being at the line in big spots. So
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Dort with a steal. Oh, swiped away. Pass to Lillard. Pulls up a 3. Offensive rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Thunder call time here. They're ahead by 5. We've got 1:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. He stressed to his guys the importance of coming through in the clutch here, saying, quote, "This is our time, not theirs. It's ours. We've got to go out and take this because we have worked hard for this win. Finish the job."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Giddy just that 6th sense to find the open man.
For 3, here's Lillard. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Grant brings a double. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
The 3. Down low. That one's good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 38 points.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Gordon playing unselfishly.
And so the Thunder take the win.